Greetings Inspiry fam, and welcome to Love Inspiry Space on the internet. In today's video, I am specifically talking directly to my single people. If you're unhappy being single, not sure why God has put you in the position to be single, I want you to stick around because I'm going to talk about the 5 benefits to being single. Let's talk love. Hello everyone, and welcome back to Love Inspiry YouTube channel. For those who don't know, my name is Angie Rolle. I'm the founder here at Love Inspiry, where our mission is to build more powerful, transparent, and durable relationships. In today's video, like I said in the opening, we're going to be giving 5 benefits to being single. And if you want to learn more about having healthy relationships, whether you are single, in a committed relationship, or married, join the fam. Subscribe to this channel where we talk everything relationships, marriage, and hope. But now let's get into today's video. The first thing that I want to talk about in today's video is self-discovery. And this is a great benefit when you are single. You discover self, right? Because you're alone. You have time to figure out what you like to do. You have time to embrace your identity. You have time to learn you all over. If you have been in a long or tenured relationship that didn't work out how you thought it would work out, you are learning all about you. You are healing from traumas. You are learning to have faith. You are learning to accept where you're at in this particular moment. All of that happens while you're single. And I know sometimes, you know, for me, I got married very young, so I had to do self-discovery while I was married. I had to learn about myself while I was married because I essentially grew up in my marriage. If you are in a relationship and you're trying to have self-discovery, the best thing that you can do is learn to spend alone time with yourself. Not being so stuck up under your partner all the time, but going out and doing things that you like doing, whether they like to do it or not. And when you are in a relationship and you have to self-discover, it is a lot more complicated than when you are single and you have only yourself to worry about. You have only yourself to spoil and be selfish with. So take advantage of that and learn self-discovery. The second benefit of being single, and this is one that I hear a lot of people make excuses for why they don't want to get married, and that's building a strong foundation within yourself. And I'm not talking about what I talked about in an earlier video a few weeks ago. I'm talking about finances. I'm talking about your career. And you hear me say oftentimes, this is the thing that I suffered with in my marriage. I was very insecure at the fact that I didn't have a degree. I wasn't bringing that much money into the home. I didn't have a career. You know, we were struggling financially, and I carried a lot of that weight with me because I wanted to contribute to my household. I wanted to live up to my full potential, you know, a person that I knew I could be, that I knew people around me wanted me to be. But God designed me to go through certain things just so I can strengthen you and tell you that it's okay that you have taken a different path from other people. It's okay that things aren't going out in your favor. But what you have to understand is all things are working out for your good, and I can certainly attest to you with that one. But back to building a foundation. When you're single, you have time to make all these discoveries of, I want to build my career, I want to build my finances. This means that you're saving money. This means that you're going to school, you're finishing school, whether you are a nursing student or whether you are going to get your CPA or whatever the case may be. You have time to focus on yourself so you can bring the best to your relationship and future marriage. Now, I do want to throw a disclaimer out there. If you're waiting for everything to be perfect, you're going to be waiting for the rest of your life. For real. Because nothing is ever going to be perfect in marriage. You're always going to have an obstacle. So just because your career is right and your money is tight does not mean you're not going to have an obstacle down the road that you will have to overcome with your significant other. So take all that with a little grain of salt. The third benefit of being single is you learn to have identity outside of a relationship. So many women, many men, they fall into this trap of having this 10-year relationship and they lose sight of who they are as an individual, right? Marriage, the two become one, right? But you're still individuals. You still have individual goals. You still have individual wants, needs, and desires, likes, things of that sort. That doesn't mean the twain becoming one flesh that you just lose complete identity of yourself. And what happens when you're in a relationship and you're giving your all to this relationship, you tend to miss sight on you. You tend to miss sight on what you want and what you truly desire from the relationship. What is the goal What are you trying to get to in this relationship? And the one thing that I want to say when you're single is you have time to establish your identity. You have time to identify what you want, so nobody has to tell you what you want. You have time to set those boundaries so you can clearly articulate to your significant other, this is what I won't tolerate and this is what I will tolerate, period. And if you're not going to meet those standards, to the left, like Beyonce said. These are the things to think about when you are single. And this goes for men and women. This is not gender specific. This is for everybody. The fourth benefit of being single is freedom. You can pretty much move how you want to move, when you want to move, and why you want to move without expressing this to somebody else. Now, don't get it twisted. Marriage is a beautiful thing, and I love being able to talk to my husband and say, babe, I'm going here, babe, I'm doing this, that, and the third. But the important thing about that is having a significant other that does not try to stop you from doing the things that you want to do. Now, that's, you know, borderline narcissism. If you have somebody that's controlling your whereabouts, or they don't like you going certain places without them, or this, that, and the third, that's something else for a whole nother video. But when you are single, you can move how you want to move. This means you can exhaust all options. You can go out to the bar, you can get drunk, do whatever you want to do until you get tired of it, until you decide, okay, you know what? I want a committed relationship right now. I want to start dating right now, because you have experienced everything that you have experienced, and now you're ready to settle down. You're ready to talk to somebody. You're ready to communicate different things that you weren't communicating and didn't have to communicate in your singlehood. So if you're single, embrace the freedom of moving how you want to move and why you want to move that way without explaining it to anybody. And the fifth benefit of being single is you don't have to worry about being in a relationship with the wrong person. Now, here's the thing that many people mess up with. They get into a relationship just to be in a relationship.
No shade. No shade. No shade.
They get into a relationship just to say they have a partner instead of focusing on quality relationships.
No, it's true. It's true.
When you're single, you can identify outside your friends. You can identify with your parents what's healthy and what's not healthy, so you know how to enter a healthy relationship. All right, guys, so today we talked about the 5 benefits of being single. Hope you learned something from this, and I hope you learned to embrace your singlehood. There is nothing wrong with being singlehood, only if you're doing it the right way. And that's 5 of these things that I discussed today. How to be single effectively, especially if you're single and you want a relationship someday. That concludes today's video. If you want to talk more with me one-on-one, feel free to hit me up at www.loveinspiry.com/services, where I will be more than happy to talk to you one-on-one about everything relationships, love, hope, marriage, all that good stuff. I'm very passionate about what I do and what I talk about, and I love to get people going in the right direction when it comes to their relationships. So guys, I'll see you all in the next one. Have a blessed day. All you have to focus is on. You have time to set those boundaries so you can clearly. Thing about that is having a husband that does not try to stop you from doing things, or having a wife that does not